want to show them what a mess you've made on Mommy's curtains. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. Can you hear Pumpkin? He's purring. I sat down here so I could do a video, and he wants to do a little snuggle time with Mommy, don't you? You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. So we are going to do a video about things around the house having to do with cats. All things cats. Because somebody requested a cat video. And that's what we're going to do, right? Okay, so if you've got anything that you want to do around your house, whether it has to do with cats or anything else, grab your stuff and come on, and we'll do it together. We're going to start right over here. Pumpkin likes to come over and look out the sliding glass door windows here, and so when he comes through, he gets a lot of cat hair on the drapes, as you can see. Now on this side, I've already cleaned it off, and it looks pretty good. It looked just like this side before. I have a couple of ways that I can do it. One is with a vacuum cleaner. If you have a vacuum cleaner that has different suction settings on it, that can be helpful, because if you can put it on a low setting, it won't suck the curtains up into it quite as much. And Marissa, the viewer that asked about cat things, she specifically wanted to know, what do I do about cat hair? And because when you got cats, you know, you get a lot of cat hair. One, you can brush them, but they're still going to get the cat hair around. The other thing that I do besides the vacuum cleaner is I actually just the other day I tried using this little brush thing, because PJ, one of our cats, she is very skittish, and if I turn the vacuum cleaner on, she gets she runs and hides for hours. And so I thought, maybe I can find another way to do it. So I went in and I grabbed this brush out, and I thought, well, maybe it'll do it. So I tried it, and on this one, and it got it off, but it took a little bit of time to do it. So I thought, well, you know, at least it didn't make noise, but it worked. The other thing I had, though, and I found it, it was downstairs where I left it, but anyway, I found it, this brush, and you see this one's got a lot of smaller, tighter bristle things on it. I think there's some kind of silicone. And this one has, they're further apart. This thing worked a lot more quickly, and it got this hair off very well, very quickly. And so and actually it was a lot easier than even using the vacuum cleaner. So I think I'm going to use this from now on. Now I will say though, as I was cleaning this stuff off, I don't know if I can do it with one hand here. Let me see if I can hold it with my foot here. And maybe I can show you. See, as I'm pulling it off, it's not quite the same doing it with one hand. I'm trying to do it without. Okay, let me get scoot over here a little bit. I'll try with one hand. Okay, like that. So as you do it, it comes off, but see, then it makes a mess. So you're either going to have to get your vacuum cleaner out and clean it up, or maybe lay a paper towel or something down to catch the hair. And so I'm going to start using this thing, though, to clean the cat hair off. So I need to go around to all the places where the cat goes through the drapes to go looking outdoors and clean it all off. And I'm more likely to pull this out and use it than to pull out my vacuum cleaner and use it. And that's why it looks like this. This was so much quicker and easier. This is what I would recommend if you have cats and they get cat hair on your curtains or your drapes. Now the other thing that I have that I use on my couch, this is a pet, I think it's called pet roller. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but the Shark vacuum that I have, one of the attachments is this pet thing. I made sure I got one that had a pet one, and it works really good on the couch. Randy also, he goes along the couch and uses, I think it's packing tape, and he just goes along that and just, you know, does that along the couch to get some of the cat hair up from time to time, because they do get on the couch. Some cats, you can get them to stay off of your furniture. Some cats, you can try if you want to, but they're gonna win in the end. So we finally gave up. But I used the this on the bed because they do sleep on our bed as well. So I use this on the quilt before I throw it in the washer because I don't want to just throw it in there with cat hair all over it. So this is another thing that I would suggest. Whatever brand of vacuum cleaner that you have, maybe check to see if they have a pet hair attachment. If not, you can, like I said, you can use the tape to get a bunch of it off and then just use your regular attachments, and that should probably do the trick. I went ahead and cleaned it all off using this brush. Now you can see the pile in the floor, and I happened to look at the clock so I could tell you about how long it took, maybe a minute. So not too bad, and it looks like I might need to come in and do a little spot cleaning right here, though. He's got a little smudgy mark there. It's not perfect, but I can go back over it here in a bit and get it a little bit better. But I wanted to show you that it actually does do a pretty good job. Another way I have of controlling the cat hair is by using my robot vacuum cleaner. I use it 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can use them every single day, but I find that that works for me, and this is another one of those things that kind of scares PJ, and she runs and hides for hours. So I don't use it every single day. 3 times a week seems to do the trick, and I can always pull out my the other vacuum cleaner if I have a time in between that I want to just do a quick sweep. And I also can use the dust mop. So all 3 of those things are great for getting that hair up. And you want to do that because if you have cats and they're getting the hair all over, that stuff can get sucked into your furnace ducts, and that can actually damage your furnace. We found that out the hard way. Yeah, ours died, and that was the reason. It was cat hair. Yeah, so I make sure that I do that because that's a pretty costly lesson to learn. Marissa also asked how I deal with keeping their dining area tidied up. This is what we call the kitty dining area. I had prettier things up here before, but since I am no longer decanting the cat food, I have to leave the cat food in the bag, and it's heavy, and I want it to be convenient here. So I put the cat food bag in a dish pan. It fits, and it's not beautiful, but it's okay. And then we just got a new bag, and that's what's left in the previous bag. So once that's emptied out, that'll be gone. But over here I have, like I said, the cat food is in this dish pan, and then I just have a little cat bowl and a scoop here handy, so that way I can just grab the scoop and dip the food out and then put the thing back here, and you see it gets crumbs, but that keeps it from getting the crumbs all over my counter, so that's fine. And then back there I have a little squirt bottle, and it's just got water with just a touch of Dawn in it, and I can grab that out if I have if the cat's throw up or something like that. I can grab that out and some paper towels and clean that up very quickly, so it's really handy. And here I just have an old Kleenex box, and inside of that I just stuff in like trash bags and stuff, like grocery type bags, shopping bags. I cram those in there, and that way I can refill the trash easily if I need to, or change the trash bag out if I need to. And then down here where they actually eat, Pumpkin is very messy. He's a messy eater, okay? And I didn't bother to clean it up for you. I just left it how it is. So we have 2 cats, so I have 2 of everything. I have 2 trays down here, and that way, if he knocks his food out, if he wants to take the wet food, if he takes it off the plate, most likely it'll end up on here instead of on my floor. It's a lot easier for me to take the tray over to the sink and clean it than it is for me to get down here and try to clean up food off the floor, cat food, especially if it's dried. And that used to happen all the time, and I'd be over here just, scrubbing and trying to get it up off of the floor, and now I don't have to do that anymore. He very rarely gets it beyond these. Sometimes the dry food, he'll kick that out a little bit, not too much though. But I have these plates. They are different. The ones that we use ourselves are white, and so I can tell them apart. I have 4. I have 2 for each cat. That way, when these are dirty, I can take them over and clean them, but I can also have clean ones if I need to feed them. Because they, I guess it's called free feeding when they have food down all the time. So I don't have wet food for them down all the time, but I do have dry food down for them all the time. I also have a spare one for each of those, and I have spare for the water bowls as well. And I put the water bowls up on this thing. It's like a little rack, and that keeps it up off of the thing, and it makes it so it all fits kind of a little bit better on there. So I don't have to use that, but they drink out of that better. Now these are, I think these are stainless steel, I think they're called. Those are just Corelware plates. And these are plastic, but what I found was they won't drink their water out of these, the stainless steel ones. The cats will not drink their water out of that. So I had to go searching, and I don't know how many bowls I bought, but I finally found bowls they would drink out of for their water. And it's important for cats to drink their water. So that was very important for me to find ones that they would actually drink out of. But that's how I deal with the kitty area. I have an extra of everything so that I can wash things and keep their dishes clean rather than having to go like, oh, they're wanting to eat again, they're wanting to eat again, and then I never get to wash the dishes. And there's nowhere to put it. So like if, like say I wanted to wash these out, I can just take the other ones and dump this into it, and then I can go ahead and wash those bowls out. And these, they just ate out of these just a few minutes ago. That's why they're still down there. So anyway, that's how I deal with that. In addition to the prescription dry food that we also have canned food, and I just keep it here on a shelf in our pantry. We have to have this as well because Pumpkin really seemed like he needed the wet food as well. PJ's not supposed to have it, but he was getting mean when we took him off of that and just put him on the dry food. So we went ahead and kept getting the wet food, the canned foods. And so we make sure that he gets some, and then she gets just a little bit just for a treat. And so she enjoys her treat. It's just a little bitty, but it's enough. And then he gets his food and he's not mean, and she gets her food and she thinks she's special. We don't have cat beds for our cats because they don't use them. When we've had them before, they just wouldn't sleep in them. So what we do is if we have a box that comes into the house and the cats seem like they want to sleep in it or play in it or whatever, we leave it around for a little while. And when they stop bothering with it, we just go ahead and declutter it. But for now, they've been enjoying this box. And we also have this. This is just like a small throw blanket type thing, and I just folded it up and put it under here. It's actually the throw that I got last year and put it under my Christmas tree, and Pumpkin kept laying on it and he was getting cat hair all over it. So I decided I would just let him have it. He seemed to be enjoying it, so he likes to come over here and lay on that. And also you can see this little basket back here. It's full of mice. So these are the cat toys we have. We used to have different types of cat toys, and Pumpkin would get them out and spread them all around the house. PJ didn't really play with them much. But when we decluttered all of those toys and the only thing we had left were the mice, both of them started playing with the toys more. Even PJ plays with the mice. So I just have a small basket there that I keep their mice in. And Pumpkin likes to go back there and get them out. And I find them all over the house sometimes, but that's okay. I know this looks weird, but it's in my office, and you can see this carpet is all stained up in here. It looks cluttery. I am going to be taking this out. I'm not sure when, but pretty soon, I hope. But meanwhile, I have these puppy pee pads attached to the wall because PJ, she's older, and she has trouble sometimes going up and down the basement stairs. And so because of that, she will find a place in the house that she thinks that she should use for her going to the potty. You know what I mean? And so I put these up on the wall, and she actually uses them. And this is the only place that she uses right now. I don't know why she chose to come in here, but she uses them. And so since at first I was just using the tape and taping them up, and I thought, well, why not just use the little clips that I had extras of in my kitchen. So I taped those onto the wall, and now when she uses them, I can just take off whichever one she has used, and just swap it out with a new one, with a clean one. And that has been working out well. They also have litter pans down in the basement. If you have cats, you should have, whatever number of cats you have that many litter pans plus one. That is the general rule of thumb. We actually, I think, I'll have to go down there and look. I think we did have 3. I think we're down to 2 that are in the utility room area, where the laundry room area. We have 2, and then in the other bigger side, we have another one over there, because for some reason PJ decided that she wanted to do number 1 in one room and number 2 in the other room. So we have one in the other area too. So we have them, and they're kind of spread out. But just so you know, if you have a cat who wants to go upstairs, this might be a solution. She struggled with using a litter pan upstairs, and then she stopped using a litter pan upstairs, and so we took them away, but then she sprayed again. And so we got her surgery and all that stuff, but she still doesn't like to go downstairs. So this is my solution. I don't have to have the litter pan up here. She doesn't use it all the time, but when she does, at least it's on this and not on my wall or my carpet, and that is good. So anyway, that is something that you might want to try. And if you're wondering why it's so high up, it's because she's not really a squatter. She's more of she tries to squat, but then she raises up. And so it just kind of goes up really high. She does that in the litter pan too. So it really doesn't hit the litter pan, but you know, yeah, it's like if you got kids, what are you going to do, right? You just deal with it. So anyway, if you did something around your house, let me know. And until next time, happy decluttering. Bye. And thanks for the question, Marissa. By the way, if anybody else has a request, let me know, and I'll try to do a video.